It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Kansas City. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in.
Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted! That's Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds. You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Counter give to Etienne. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
This one falls incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting to completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lawrence now off the play action. And he scores! It's a Jacksonville touchdown! The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown! All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate, every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
They bring their tight end left. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Now he's past the 25. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lower the deficit to a single possession. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs' offense out to take over. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Our score, 17-7. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has it in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs face a 4-point deficit. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They've got first down from the 31. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, it's Etienne. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First and 10 from the 41. Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now we give to Etienne running right. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Only a couple there, hoping obviously for considerably more. And that's going to bring up third and very long.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
ETN gets it on the draw. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards on the carry, and now they face 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a first down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning the tight end left. From the 30 on 2nd down. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Foye Oluokun with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. He's got Brown on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Trying it right side with ETN. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
An option give here to ETN. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Offense to the line for second down. They'll run here following the penalty. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. So 5 yards there, but still one in the hole. It's 3rd and 11.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Jaguars likely setting out the special teams unit. Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. To the outside and complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another throw for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Back to the air, Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Mahomes trying again here on 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Tight end going in motion here. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take the lead on that successful kick. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's a return from the 7. Some good work on that return, Brock. Gets this up to the 33. The Chiefs ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Ball at the 33 for first down. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Cut by Hunt. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down from the 31. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs grow their lead to 8. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence looking to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Jacksonville in punt formation. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
A second down run by Pacheco. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Stuffed at the line a second time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chad Luma there to bring him down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Second and 6 coming up here. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They've got a man in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Catch is made in close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. kicker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lawrence working from the gun. Chased out to his right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Taking a deep shot here. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs grow the lead now to 22 points. Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. He'll get this one to Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
2nd and 1. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Lawrence to throw it. Has a man, it's Brown. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. ETN on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
He's throwing for it! And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs cover off the kick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Right back to Pacheco. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs leading by 16. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. It's Pacheco again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Up and good from Blankenship. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Able to find Strange here. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They've got to keep moving quick here. From the 47. Finds him over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Man in motion, headed right. First down throw, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning left is Thomas. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. So it'll be 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Complete out to the right side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Gotta hurry this to the line. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.